You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page, and follow it on Patreon at patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth. Also, check out our website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code80x.me, and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe, and know the truth. I'm Taylor Phillips, the hardest and most intelligent Michigan sports detective, and welcome to another episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. This podcast is non-biased and consists of hard criticism, hard stories, interesting stats, and the reality about all our sports teams in the state of Michigan. If fans can't handle it, they will be doomed to know. What's not allowed on the show: touchy-feely comments, whining, conspiracies, unfunny comedy, overreactions, bullying, harassment, curse talk, solicitation, naive arguments, arrogance, and propaganda. This is a fair podcast. I make everything fair and square. I call a spade 100% of the time and nothing else. This podcast is hosted by someone who has autism, which is me, and is not for entertainment purposes, but rather for educational purposes. The views expressed do not reflect the truth about our teams. So I'm going to go a different route this time around and show some exhibits as to why grit is never enough to win a world championship, let alone Super Bowl, NBA, World Series, or Stanley Cup. For example, Exhibit A, the Lions have looked like a contending team, but they keep failing to win a Super Bowl championship and failing to reach a Super Bowl game. So Dan Campbell, for instance, keeps going for it on fourth down way too many times, and as of late, it keeps failing. John Morton was a terrible offensive play caller in his offensive coordinator position, and Campbell was as well taking over that role after Ben Johnson left. And yes, the Lions do miss Ben Johnson, but he made critical mistakes in the NFC divisional playoff game against the Washington Commanders. The Lions kept winning games through tons of injuries and finished the 2024-2025 regular season at 15-2, winning another NFC North division and clinching the NFC's number one seed. But they lost, as I mentioned before, to the Washington Commanders at home to get eliminated from the playoffs early. They only kept winning games only because they had grit. Yes, grit. That's the key word of this episode here on our channel. They weren't as smart of a team as we needed them to be, the Lions weren't, to show us they are analytically legitimate Super Bowl contenders, Super Bowl championship contenders, despite any seed they finished with in the regular season, because they exited the playoffs early. Now, granted, in the 2023-24 season, they ended up winning the division somehow and reaching the NFC Championship game, but they somehow blew a 24-7 halftime lead in San Francisco and lost to the 49ers by a touchdown, 41-34. Yes, I remember that exactly correctly. In other words, the Lions still have never reached a Super Bowl game as of yet right now. It doesn't take just grit, like Dan Campbell kept pointing out, year after year, week after week. You have to be a smarter, more strategic, faster, stronger, thick-skinned, and more aggressive team, all combined, than that to be an elite Super Bowl ring contender. Take the Seahawks, for example. The Patriots, the Bills. But they didn't reach the Super Bowl. They still haven't reached the Super Bowl yet, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they kept finding ways to win. The Seahawks, they kept finding ways to win. They won a championship. So that's Exhibit A. Exhibit B. The Pistons finished their regular season with the first seed in the Eastern Conference hands down, but they barely beat the 8th-seeded Orlando Magic in 7 games and got humiliated at home in Game 7 by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the second round at Little Caesars Arena. Now, Cade Cunningham was carrying the rest of the team on his back, leading the team in scoring and turnovers in the process, not dribbling the ball carefully enough to take the best care of the basketball. Jalen Duren showed a lot in the regular season, but almost nothing in the playoffs. The team only showed grit in the regular season and sputtered in the playoffs, just like the 2024-25 Lions. Not many other players on the Pistons roster stepped up much in the playoffs, except for Game 6 in Cleveland, where Marcus Sasser and Paul Reed ended up scoring quite at least a few points. The Pistons weren't playing like a team in much of their playoff run, and they showed that despite their seeding, they were analytically not an elite team. Exhibit C, the 2024 Detroit Tigers made an incredible comeback when they had a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs in the first place back in mid-August. And they made an incredible comeback to make the playoffs, but they showed almost zero offense, which is why they never even made it to the ALCS. They lost in 5 games to the Cleveland Guardians when they had a golden opportunity in Game 4 at home at Comerica Park to put them away. But they blew it. Not only because of their bullpen blowing it, but they had, again, almost zero offense provided for their pitchers. Exhibit D, the 2025 Tigers almost just barely made the playoffs, except they absolutely blew a 15.5 game division lead and settled for a wild card playoff berth and still showed almost zero offense. That's the reason why for that too. Yet they somehow made it to the ALDS, but lost it in 5 games yet again, that time to the Seattle Mariners. After they finally beat the Cleveland Guardians, they got the revenge on them, but is that all they wanted? Sure, whatever. Exhibit E. The Red Wings keep collapsing in March every season because they have some players, let alone defensemen, on their roster that make stupid and detrimental decisions on the ice. For example, Ben Sherratt, Justin Falk, Travis Hamonic. Justin Hull. He was put on waivers. He was claimed by another team. Thank God. Travis Hamonic is gone, I would think. So, but Steve Yzerman, their general manager and executive vice president, signed Ben Sherratt to a 3-year contract extension. Give me a freaking break, please. So those are all the examples, all the exhibits of why grit is not enough. So what do we learn? No matter how much grit a team has, if it only has that, it won't make a deep playoff run or even make a playoff appearance of any sort. It has to have lots of smarts, talent, aggressiveness, strategics, everything else, etc. That's what we've learned in this episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes and check out its shorts videos. Also, check out its posts in our community. Also, watch it live and follow it on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth and subscribe to it as well. Listen to it in audio format on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Gio7. Also, join its supporters club on Spreaker, just $2 a month. On social media, follow the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Also, like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth. and on Patreon at patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth. The podcast website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code ADX.me, and finally donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe. The goal is $2,400. Until the next episode, stay on the lookout and just understand that I observe and detect the truth about Michigan sports in the state of Michigan, only for fans' own good and education, because the Michigan Sports Truth is out there. Ta-ta, hit him with a hound, hit him with a hind, power of the people, Baba Booey to y'all.
High-speed internet service provided by Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids. Visual wardrobe props provided by Creative Embroidery of Cadillac. Statewide business endorsements go to Fox Motors, Great Lakes Art, Michigan Rustic Properties, Grand Traverse Pie Company, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's Adventure, Alpine Chocolate House in Manistee, Boyne City, Gaylord, Plymouth, and Sault Ste. Marie, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Grandpa's Mini Donuts, Rally House Michigan and Rally House Detroit, Tom's Food Markets, Beacon and Bridge, Fago Soda, Detroit Wing Company, Simply Delightful, JR's All-Star Haircuts for Men, Tropical Touch Spa, Main Street Rocks, G's Pizzeria, Wesco, 7 Brew Coffee, Gardner White Furniture, and BC Pizza. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to the Annex Detroit Nightclub and its Annex Angels, Vibes Southfield, ANS Detailing in Troy, State Fair Supermarket in Ferndale, Stepping Stone Wellness Center in Plymouth, Play Sports Club Detroit, Buscemi's Party Shop in Waterford Township, the Vanguard Hotel in Ann Arbor, Realtors Kevin S. Bentley and Lindsay Gorman, Sean O'Callaghan's Public House in Plymouth, Gino Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mochi Nut Donut and Boba, Osprey Detroit, Peak Exterior Care, the Edo Ramen House in Southfield, the Great Lakes Crossing Mall in Auburn Hills, Empire of Detroit, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, the Union Barber Shop in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, Frothy Girl in Ortonville, Spot Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward Street in Ferndale, Detroit Pizza Company, The Blind Owl in Royal Oak, Brass Rail Detroit. Cali Tickets, call 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. Reliance Pressure Washing, The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker PC, Northwestern Technological Institute, Green Lantern Pizza, The Pins Bowling Center in South Lyon, Impact North in Ortonville, Vitamin Shop in Auburn Hills, Legacy Family Dental Center in Dearborn, 350 Terrace, and Hodges Subaru. Local business endorsements go to Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids, Boyne and beyond, Morris Richardson Real Estate in West Branch, Little Dipper Cottage Northport, K&L Creations in Manton, Upriver Pizza in Benzonia, Glen Arbor Construction, Freshwater Auto Spa in Kalkaska, Kingsley Lumber, Boyne Golf, The Outsider in Manistee, the Silver Dollar Pub and Grill in Roscommon, Toy Town of Cadillac and Reed City, the Landing Zone in Gaylord, the VI Grill in Suttons Bay, West Michigan Massage Therapist Emmeline. Visit ZenWin.com. The B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Wexford Community Credit Union in Cadillac and Lake City, Jay's Sporting Goods in Gaylord and Clare, The Front Porch in Suttons Bay, Trout Town Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brindley, Fuel Up Nutrition in Clare, JNS Hamburg in Traverse City and Kingsley, United Food Service Solutions in Grand Ledge, Friendly Foodies in Alpena, the Asian Buffet in Cadillac and Traverse City, Luddington Meat Company, McBain Hardware, Vandry Home Furnishings in Cadillac, Houghton Lake, Big Rapids, and Traverse City, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen in Elk Rapids, Rogers Food Center in Lake City, Everett, and Reed City, Herman Hiss and Company in Bay City, Fletcher's Pub and Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Hooters in Saginaw, Anna's House in Grand Rapids, Coffee Beanery in Flushing, Merritt Speedway, Northport Pub and Grill, Northern Logistics, and Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake. Traverse City business endorsements go to Honest Eyes Optical, Pop Excavating, Highland and Harbor, Northern Lakes Cleaning and Home Services, Suzek's Smoke Shack, Northern Trillium Company, Northwoods LG Barbecue, Downtown Vacation Rentals, Vautrubel Leather, Rovi Grill in Dearborn, Old Mission Culture Company, Archer Contracting, Intrepid Cycling, Moomer's Homemade Ice Cream, TC Man Cave, K1 Speed, Play It Again Sports, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Yen Yoga and Fitness inside the Delamar Resort on Front Street, Firefly Kitchen and Bars, Traverse City Fun Running, Bergstrom's Burgers, Margarita's Grill, Wellbeing with Catherine Palms, Traverse City Comfort Advisor by Comfort Center, Bayview Flooring, North Coast Golf Shop, Dockside Market, Anna Very Fine Foods, and Team Bob's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Cadillac business endorsements go to Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Cadillac Java, Pine Grove Recreation Center, Creative Embroidery, Michigan Coffee Company, Shaley Bear Creations, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social, Wildflower Bakery, Northern Star Event Rentals, Primo's Barbecue, Wexford Jewelers, Evolve Yoga and Fitness, Chunky Bear Coffee Roasters, The Truck Stop, Cadillac Lofts Apartments, Bigelow Supply, The Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Rolled Ice Cream, Evergreen Resort with Curly's Bar and Grill, Tees Tanning Salon, 5-star real estate agent Stacy Zirkle, The Pine Sports Bar and Bowling Center, Pizza Plus, Chico's Taco House, Baldwin Family Healthcare, Blue Heron Cafe, The House of Hunan, Wexford Senior Care Center, Max Swings Indoor Golf, Beaner's Pizza, Cabernet Peaks, Burke's Waterfront Restaurant, the Cadillac Party Lounge, and the Sweet Shop. Lake City business endorsements go to Cuts by Melanie, Tasty Treat, Lake City Log House, the Pearson Agency, the LC Tap House, Hutchinson Septic and Excavating, the Coffee Cup, It's a Denise Jewelry, To the Moon Bakery, Northern Auto Lab, Hammer's Pub and Grub, Shoreline Cafe, Rustic Hog Barbecue, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill, the AL Trading Post, and the Misaki Golf Club Golf Course.